All right, everybody, we want to welcome you out to our business series. I think we're moving to about once a month. What Wednesday are we on? We're on the fourth Wednesday. Yeah, it's the last Wednesday of the month, isn't it? Right before Memorial Day. So excited to be trying this out. Thanks for your patience. We are broadcasting not only from Zoom, but to live on Facebook as well. So bear with us. I'm not 100% sure what other technical difficulties we might run into, but so far so good. It seems to be running smoothly. So this month's topic is marketing, and we usually do a lot of talk about social media and utilizing it and how to use certain things. And this time with talking with some members and some board members and stuff, we thought talking about cross-promoting marketing would be a great topic for to hit on. So if you've seen in chat, I have included a link to a Google document that you guys can print, take notes on, follow along on. But goal is just to kind of briefly touch on the idea of what cross-promoting is, what ways, some ideas for cross-promoting, and then hopefully open up a discussion. I know that there are a lot of businesses, especially in Spanish Fork, who have worked together to cross-promote and do different things together. So I'm hoping to hear some of those ideas, and that maybe you'll be energized to walk away and partner up with a local business in doing cross-promotion. So basically, I'm just going to jump right into it. Nicole, like I said, she'll be monitoring for questions. So if whether you're in Zoom or on Facebook, we should get you covered. So basically, so cross promotion is basically you're helping promote another business. And there's a lot of different reasons why you'd want to do that. So what I want to start with is maybe who would be your ideal business, or who would be the best collaboration. And most likely, you could do it with a local business, a non-competitor in the same industry. So examples like a photographer and a florist can do a cross promotion in the wedding industry. Or even, I know a lot of businesses that do collaborations with nonprofits. It's a great way for them to give back to the community, plus promote one, the charity, and the other, or the nonprofit helping use their platform to show and promote the business. So so here's some cross promote ideas. There's a couple different ways you can go about this. One, the easiest and fastest way to do it is social media. Social media, we know, is taking off. You can hit a lot of people in a short amount of time. And so some ideas with how to utilize social media with cross promotion, I got a couple listed. One is highlight a business. So basically, you tell your audience why you enjoy and support a business. In social media terms, you can also do what's called a S for S, which is a shout out for a shout out. So basically, you approach a business that you feel like, that you like to promote, that you want to be able to promote in your business and to your clients. And so you might message them and say, hey, I think our followers could benefit from each other's businesses. How about, I give you a shout out if you give me a shout out. So a lot of people like to do that with maybe influencers who are, have that really big following, or businesses that have that huge following. It's kind of a matter of opinion. I think it's a little harder sometimes to get to gear what kind of return that you would get on that. Both parties would definitely have to be open to it, and you'd want to make sure that you find someone that you really feel will actually follow through on their side of their promoting and stuff. So the other one is to just make a commitment to like, share, and comment content from each other's social media, especially when it comes to details and events. So you don't have to do this every day, but you guys can make a decision, say, hey, I'm going to post your events when they happen on ours, or I will push one of your promotions a month, or so there's that connection. It's very simple. Or you just simply help like, comment, and share on their different posts throughout the month, just to help, one, to help their ratings, their algorithms go up, and to just to help them create conversation. Maybe they're trying to start with audience engagement. So this is a great way for you to be able to help produce that, if you can answer their questions or make some comments. So the next one is run a co-sponsored giveaway. So you guys can come up with whatever the idea is to do the giveaway. So whether that's, sharing, liking, posting, make sure, we're not going to go into detail because we've talked about this in the past. And I believe, Nicole, if I'm not wrong, we should have a pre-recorded business series that talks about doing contests and giveaways on social media. So you guys can go to our YouTube channel and get more details, because there are certain ways you have to word things and stuff like that. But we do have that already recorded that you guys can watch if this is a track you want to go on. But the reason, go ahead, Nicole. Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say, the rules change all the time. So back when we posted it, you can read it and it's definitely good, but you definitely need to check out Facebook and Instagram rules because they change a lot. So you gotta keep up to date on that.
Yep, for sure. Thanks. But basically the idea, I heard this, this theory or idea one time, is doing giveaways of your own business. If you do quite a few of them, people are just going to wait around till you give something away for free instead of making that investment. And so a good idea when you do a giveaway is to have that cross promotion, because you're not giving your product away to your customer base. You're actually giving it to a new potential customer base, and vice versa. Or even better is that the two businesses come together and they split the cost and in a prize that has nothing to do with their actual services or products. And I know it can go both ways and stuff, but that's always been a principle I've gone by, is I try to support another business, whether it's cookies from a local business. I've seen plants given away, like nice office plants and different things. And so there's a lot of different ideas of what you can give behind the scenes. But in that giveaway, you help share the cost of whatever that is, or you exchange the services to the different audiences. I hope that makes sense. So, and then the next one is just to simply, it kind of goes with the highlight business, but it could just be simple, refer to a business that may apply to your customer base. So if you have a relationship with a business that you think can kind of piggyback off of your client or your customer or engagement audience, that you can just refer. So again, that one though, you might not get as much as a return on that one, meaning that if you're just going to say, hey, I'm going to refer this business in hopes that they refer you back, if you haven't had a prior conversation with that, but that's the expectation, you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. You want to make sure that if you're really going to pursue highlighting a business or referring a business and you're wanting them to return that favor, that's a conversation to have prior, if that's the expectation. If you just want to share it just because that's who you are and you want to help promote businesses, then do that for sure. But just remember that a lot of these things, it's going to require you actually having a conversation with the other business. The other one is guest star on live streams. Instagram does this now. Facebook Live does this, but basically you could do a live, and you can, I think on Instagram right now, you can have up to 3 guests on your Instagram Live that you can invite in, that the 3 of you can be talking at the same time. So you guys could pick a topic and be able to cross promote that way, because then their audiences will get notifications that they're going live. So if you have a topic you're really wanting to get into, it will help kind of get a wider audience that way. So So that's it for the social media side. There's still a ton of different stuff. These were just the most simple ones I can think of for the social media aspect of that. Before we move on to the next one, is there anyone making any questions or comments so far? We doing
No
good?
questions yet.
Okay, awesome. Sorry, and I feel like I'm talking like 100 miles per hour, but I don't want to take up a ton of your time because again, you can go back through and read all the little extra stuff in there. But so the biggest thing I wanted to show too is cross promotion doesn't just have to take place on social media. There's a couple different ways that you can do this outside of social media. One is you can cross promote via if you want to put on a webinar. Maybe it's a chiropractor and a health coach that want to do a better, living a better healthy lifestyle. They could join forces and do a webinar together and invite their audiences and then open it up to the general public to get people with that. A lot of podcast series as well. You can actually join forces and do a podcast together and create and whatever education you want to do or whatever your goal is with that. And that's something that the businesses come together and work on and help promote. Special offers. You can share a special offer in newsletters and emails. So you can send off, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a good example right off the top of my head. But, you know, say that you are Wiggy Wash and you partner with a tire store, you know, 15% off if you take your, you know, take your VIP membership with, or tell me of a VIP with Wiggy Wash or whatever. So there's that kind of promotion. Like if you, I was hoping Mike was here. He had something with Pepe's Grill where if they brought their receipt in from going to Pepe's, he would give them, I think it was whatever the amount of the receipt was off their adjustment. And so just stuff like that. So they weren't even in the same industry, but it was just a way to help kind of cross promote each other's businesses. Guest post on a blog. Blogs are still alive and going. And so you guys can exchange content on those blogs. Just with that, and details can be endless with that, but that's just a general idea. And then create a joint advert for a local newspaper or magazine. We have, you know, there's Fiesta Days, we have the Chamber magazine, we have a couple other, we got Serve Daily, all those other types of stuff. And sometimes going out alone might be a big cost, but if you guys can come together on a joint force where you guys can cross promote something that you guys can both pay into the ad, then great benefit for doing that. So is there any questions with that? I guess it's just pretty straightforward with that, but I feel like I'm rambling on, so I totally apologize with that. The next big one right after that is event collaboration. So this can be anywhere ranging from a holiday party to a fundraiser for a charity that you both enjoy, renting out the theater for a movie night, even sharing a booth space at an expo. The goal is when you do something like that, that you're introducing one audience to the other business and vice versa. So then you open up that size of the audience, that there's more people to share your services and stuff for and make more connections. You can also open that up, you know, to the public, you know, who doesn't want a free movie night. I know, I'm trying to remember who it was. It's been a while with COVID and stuff, but they would, a lot of real estate agents will do that. They'll rent out a movie theater and stuff. So how great would that be for them to join forces with a moving company or a cleaning company or a title company, that they could share the expense, but then introduce each other's clients to each other. Now, I understand that not everybody has, like, their customer base isn't just the general public. There's more of like a business to business. So if you have a business to business, my aunt had a pool supply company in California, and they, on Fridays, they would join with other vendors and do a barbecue. during the summer. And so they would have a couple of the vendors show up at one of their locations, and then they would be able to talk to, bring in other vendors that want to utilize their services, or clients that want to meet these vendors that they're using these products for and stuff. So, and they always had great success with that. So that's an idea to do, is that you host a lunch for vendors and customers. You can host a meetup. We're all in networking groups of all sorts and stuff like that, but sometimes an informal meetup would be fun, you know, whether you guys go to a local restaurant or meet up at the park to do something, you know, something a little different that people would get excited about, but, you know, hosting it outside the general, I don't know what the word I was just trying to go for, but outside these more formal meetings is making some informal, or inviting people just from your specific industry to make those networks and connections. And then the next one too is an educational seminar or for CEUs. I know there's a lot of industries out there. I think, Nicole, you have a lot of that, don't you, with CEUs and stuff like that?
CEUs, what do you mean?
Continuing education, like recertifications.
Oh, okay, yeah, continuing education classes, yeah. So we put on classes for insurance agents twice a month, or, you know, yeah.
Yeah, so that as soon as I saw that, I was like, yes, I know Nicole has talked about having those classes and stuff. So if you're an expert in this industry, you can reach out to other businesses or other entrepreneurs and stuff who might need to recertify, and provide that service for them. Because one, it helps market you as a provider of these classes, and the other, you get to open up and broaden your audience to the different types of people who might be wanting to take those classes. So, so those are just to start with. I'm going to open it up here in just a second. So if you guys have ideas, or you've come across any great ideas, I'd love for you guys to type them up in comments, or if you're here in Zoom, we'll open it up and you can tell us about it. Or sorry, I keep touching my face. I'm so sorry. My allergies are so bad right now that I'm just like going, I feel like I'm leaking everywhere. So sorry. But so
I didn't even notice you touching your face, so you're
okay, good. I just called attention to it. So this is why I never rewatch these things, because I know the horrors of the live version. So I guess you didn't realize you get business education and a comedy show today. So there you go. So questions to keep in mind when looking for your partnership is, what can we package together to save money? So back to like, can you guys do ads together? Can you guys, and that's in magazines, newspapers, online. One thing, just a heads up, you might have noticed this if you've already done, if you've tried to tag another business, especially in Facebook, if you try to tag another business, it will ask you, has any money been exchanged in promoting each other? And so now you have to declare that you actually have a sponsorship with this business. And so just be aware of that it's okay. It's being forthcoming to your audience that yes, we are sponsoring or we are partnering with this business. It just puts a little it'll just say the business name, partnered with or sponsored with at the top. So it's not a huge deal, but they're kind of cracking down on making that more transparent to people, that these are actually partnerships and not like hidden commercial stuff. So and then the next question is, how can we work together to expand our reach? So again, these are questions not only can you ask in thinking of who you want to partner with, but when you actually sit down with that partner, having this discussion, because if you have one idea and they have another, it might not be the perfect match if you guys can't compromise or have the same goal set in mind with that. What resources can you offer one another? You know, is there something that you need help with that with your marketing and your promoting that they can help you with, and vice versa? How is this a win-win for both parties? Because as we want to be giving and altruistic and stuff, but in the end, we run businesses. And so we have to make sure that there's an ROI. It doesn't even have to necessarily always be a monetary ROI. It's just whatever you determine you want to get out of that partnership and that cross promoting, that you're actually going to be able to see that achieved. And so that's kind of what I've meant with the win to win, is that if your goal is to build your audience and that builds, win. If yours is to turn it customers into our audience into customers, and that happens, that's a win. So whatever you determine is the win for your business when you're doing the cross promotion is right. You just want to make sure that you have that established and you know that that's your clear goal. And then in short, collaborating with other companies can be a valuable marketing tool if you're looking to grow your small business. It's a shortcut to reaching a larger audience and gaining more customers. Plus, you may learn something and gain more credibility at the same time. So that there's a little bit more details going through there. Feel free to print this out, read it, use it as you'd like. It was, I just did some research and try to cut down and save some time on those who are wanting to cross promote. And always make sure to remember too, that there are opportunities that do come up for cross promotion within the chamber, not only with the chamber, but we do have other businesses who come to the chamber looking for ways to help cross promote their business. And so make sure, usually the things get sent out in emails or in the newsletter, or we post things online. So just make sure you guys keep that in the back of your mind, that if you really do want to create a business relationship with another business, come to the networking meetings. That is the greatest place that you can get to talk one-to-one with other businesses and kind of find out, hey, I didn't know that about you. I think we could totally work together. And other events with that. So I just wanted to put that little plug in there with that. But I want to open it up to you guys for just a few minutes. Like I said, I don't want to keep you guys too long, because I know sometimes, as a business person, lunchtime is that nice, peaceful, quiet time that we get to kind of get through the second half of the day. But I would love to hear any experiences that you may have had in a cross-promoting partnership with another business, or any ideas of what we threw a bunch of ideas out there. Are there any ideas that you've thought of or that you've used that we maybe haven't mentioned?
So I have an example.
Okay.
Is my mute's off, right? Okay, because I have like 2 mutes. So kind of like just think outside the box. So I'm with Serve Pro Restoration. And cross promoting, not everyone is going to need fire and water damage mitigation. That's not, hopefully not everyone needs it for your guys' sakes, but we offer carpet cleaning. So, I was thinking, oh, maybe a realtor, because when you sell your house, you want clean carpet. So maybe we can cross promote there. But I had somebody suggest to me a while ago, Kathy with Lulu's Crafty Corner, we were kind of having the same discussion. And she thought of a brilliant idea. I'm like, I would have never thought of this. So they used to make little ceramic, just little ceramic things, and the kids can paint them. But she's like, what if she gave little ceramic with like the paints, and we could put them in little bags with like coloring books for kids. So if they're ever in there we go. Sorry, I got a phone call like right in the middle of that. So if there's ever a fire and kids are displaced out of their homes, they have to go to grandma's or go to a hotel, they have this little bag that Serve Pro can give them that has a coloring book, and then it has, just different products from places from around town that you can kind of collaborate with and market that way. So it's just kind of something I never would have thought of, but I thought it was a great idea. So it's kind of good to get other people's, because I would have never thought of that. So it's kind of good just to see what other people come up with to work with your business if you can't think of anything.
Yeah, sometimes when you're in too deep, like I can do that. I can talk to other businesses, come up with ideas, but if I sit back for mine for 5 minutes, I'm like, I'm not coming up with anything. Or somebody will say, I did not even think about that. That's a great idea. So anyone else? So quiet.
I know we have let's see. I'm trying to see if she got on the Zoom because she's on. Oh, there we go. Angie's on Zoom now. Okay.
I
So
know. I
like,
was just going to say, Angie, come on. I know you've had to do some cross.
well, she was watching on Facebook, but then I was like,
Oh.
get on Zoom. There we go. And with social media too, if you want businesses to like and comment on your posts, then you don't even have to have like an agreement. Just start liking and commenting on their posts. And they're usually like,
Yep.
oh, okay, they're really good about liking, commenting. So I'm going to do the same for them.
Yep. Yep. I was just going to say that too, is, you know, there's these ideas of what you can do. It's just the expectation. But the kind of cool thing is if, even if you don't want to promote and say, hey, let's, you know, it's like some little secret thing. Hey, we're going to do whatever. But yeah, that's, you know, they talk about one person I follow, they say that your goal should be to go like, share, comment on 10 to 20 people, accounts, just to say, you know, to show that you're showing interaction, because eventually if they're like-minded, they will show that interaction back with you. And you never know what kind of great little tidbits or comments or what you'll get out of that. And so that's the big thing. So, and that's why I was just saying, it just depends on what your ultimate goal is. You know, if you're looking for a way to just give back to the business community and don't expect anything back, do what Nicole said, just go start liking, following, and commenting on their posts and stuff, and see where it takes you. Because if you're liking and then stuff too, the other great thing is when you do that, somebody might be reading through the comments and go, who is this person? And then they go and check out your account and look at your stuff and say, oh, I kind of want to support this business, or, oh, I'm going to be a looker and, you know, just watch this one for a while and stuff. So yeah, you never know what kind of benefit you'll get for participating. It's not super scary, y'all. It really isn't. I know everyone's like, social media marketing scary. And the fun thing is and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like it's, when it comes to marketing, especially in social media, it's the Wild West. It's like, you never know what's going to be the next trend. You never know what's going to be the most popular, or when it's going to shift. I mean, I remember when podcasts first came out, and this was like 15 years ago, when Apple was starting to push it and do that. And it kind of wasn't that big of a deal. People kind of listened to it. And then what was it? They've been a hot thing for about 5 years now. All of a sudden it just came back around that people wanted to start hearing those podcasts and getting involved with that and stuff. And so you never know what trend or what's going to take off. I know a lot of people are playing on Clubhouse. I wouldn't know. I'm an Android user, so I haven't had the privilege of that yet, but I've heard a lot of people who have been able to access Clubhouse, that it's like a whole new idea and stuff there. And I've heard a lot of businesses do a lot of cross promoting and collaboration there too. So, but yeah, if we don't have any more questions or comments, you know, I appreciate you guys taking your time out to come today. I hope that you guys do find some good information from these business series. And we want to invite you that if there's anything that you guys want to hear during these business series, please go ahead and send an email. You can send one directly to Heather. And yes, I am Heather today on the account. I forgot to I wasn't able to change the name for that, but just go ahead and send that, or you can send it. Let's see, Whitney, yours is info@SpanishForkChamber.com. You can send the ideas there, and that can trickle down to those who are helping with the business series. Our next one will be next month. It will be focused on leadership and culture. So I'm not 100% sure the details on that yet. Trying to think of any other upcoming events. I can't think of any off the next big thing coming up for us in Spanish Fork for sure is Fiesta Days. And we are going to be working on some great ideas for how to get involved with the sidewalk sales and your business with Fiesta Day. So make sure that you guys are getting the chamber's emails. Make sure that you're following us on social media so that you guys can stay up to date when we start announcing what's going on with that. So do you have anything else last minute to add, Nicole, or?
We do have a YouTube channel, so this video will be uploaded to YouTube as well. And we have other marketing classes on there that are just free, 30-minute Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, just simple ways to help market your business. If you ever want to check those out, they're on our Spanish Fork Salem YouTube.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to stop the live stream, and thanks for joining us. Sorry that we got started a little late, but hopefully you guys will enjoy this format a little bit more, having a couple different places that you can catch the business series, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks.
Stop.